Hello, and thank you for your interest in our Backyard Bioblitz program. It's a very exciting moment for the land between, and I hope you are also so excited for this program. In this video, I will talk to you a little bit about what the Backyard Bioblitz program is, what community science is, and then what iNaturalist is and why we are using it. So the Backyard Bioblitz program has been developed by the Land Between in order to help connect residents and visitors and anyone who's in the Land Between to the nature that surrounds them. And we're hoping that we can connect you to your non-human neighbors. You know, you're the who's who of who's buzzing, tweeting, and crawling right outside your front door. So whether you are grandma, grandpa, mom, dad, child, anybody, everybody, we would love you all to participate in our Backyard Bioblitz program. And, you know, by going out into your backyard or into your community, you can really get a sense of all the beautiful life that is around us. You don't need to drive to another country or drive 15 minutes to go on a hike to see nature. As soon as you step outside your door, nature will reveal herself to you in different and various ways. So we're hoping that by participating in the Backyard Bioblitz program, you'll be able to further develop your connection with nature and, you know, just learn the names of some of the different species or learn one of the names of some of the different species that are around you every single day. So the Backyard Bioblitz program is a community science program. So what exactly is community science? So community science is a global movement of research scientists and the public coming together to gather data about nature. So for example, with the Backyard Bioblitz program, when you go out and you make your observations of the different species that are living in your backyard, you're helping to contribute to a huge amount of data from all over the world about different species that are existing in different geographical areas, you know, what seasons they're present, etc. So as a community scientist, you are being a scientist, as it says in the name, right? It's not just reserved for those of us who have been trained. You know, science can be open and available to anybody, and anybody can really help with research. So the advent of community science has been extremely helpful to, you know, more formal academic scientists from across the world because typically they have limited resources, right? So scientists can't be out all the time and making thousands and thousands of observations a year. You know, we just often don't have the capacity or the funding to do that kind of work. So by having citizen scientists or community scientists, it helps to gather this huge amount of information, this huge amount of knowledge that researchers can then use for whatever their purpose is, for conservation efforts, for understanding species dynamics, for a lot of really amazing things. So specifically, the Land Between will be using the data that you collect as a community scientist in our Backyard Bioblitz program to inform our conservation efforts and to help out with some of the research that we are conducting. So now I'm going to talk a little bit about iNaturalist. Well, the bulk of the video will be about iNaturalist, which is the platform that we will be hosting our observations on. So in the Backyard Bioblitz program, you'll be going outside and taking pictures and location data for different species that are located either on your property or within your community. And all of this data needs to be hosted somewhere. And iNaturalist is the platform, the most common platform that is used around the globe. So this is what the iNaturalist landing page looks like. All you have to do is type inaturalist.org into your search bar and you will be brought to this landing page. So iNaturalist is a global platform that publicly hosts community science observations. So around the globe, over 1 million users are doing exactly what you'll be doing in our Backyard Bioblitz program, going out into their community and taking pictures of the wildlife they see, where it's located, and then uploading it onto the platform. So Inaturalist hosts everything in a nice, beautiful website. They have a good desktop version, as well as they have a very good mobile app, which I will show you after I show you how to use the desktop version. I'll show you how to use the mobile app version. So Inaturalist, in order to participate in our Backyard Bioblitz program, you will need to sign up for an Inaturalist account. So you can just go here, don't have a login, and then sign up. So you'll put in your email, whatever username you want, password, and then you have to accept all of these licenses. So this first one is you select yes, it allows to license your photos and sounds. So when you upload any photos onto the platform, this means that other people can use your photos, but they'll have to credit you. So they have to be like, okay, this photo belongs to your name, insert your name here. But you can change this later on if you don't want anybody to be able to use your photos for free, or you don't want your photos used at all. You can go into your settings later and change that. So then you just need to consent to all this information here, consent to them storing your data, etc., and then you will create an account. After you create an account, you will have this page will be open. It'll just talk about their privacy policy. So right after you sign up, you can read this if you're interested in knowing more about what their privacy policy is. So after you are done, then you can proceed to join our program and edit your profile. So if you just click on your little avatar guy here, you can go to your profile. So this is what your profile looks like. It will be more interesting once you have stuff in it. So observations, projects, all of this great information will be here on your profile. So if you need to, you can edit your account settings. So right here where your little avatar guy was, you can go to account settings. And then you can change anything here. You can add a photo, etc. Add a profile, a little display name and description, because other people will be able to see your profile. So say you would like us to know a little bit more about you, like, hey, me and my 5-year-old are participating in the Backyard Bioblitz program. It's great. We have a lot of fun. We're interested in learning more, blah, 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 blah. You can put all that information in your bio. We would love to know if you're interested in sharing some information with us. We'd love to know, why you're interested in learning more about nature and all that great stuff. So you would do that here. And now in order to join our Backyard Bioblitz program, you'll need to join our project on Inaturalist. So just type in the land between Backyard Bioblitz program. You'll see this toolbar here. Click on About. So when you click on About, you'll be brought to this page. So you'll be brought to our About page. It tells you a little bit about our Backyard Bioblitz program. And you can scroll down. You'll see the observations that have already been made. So our team has made, and other people have made some observations here. There is a leaderboard. So if you're really feeling like, going out and taking the lead of our leaderboard, just go out and make as many observations as possible, and then you'll be able to see your username here. So you'll just scroll down the page and you'll be able to see the land between region. So when you join the Backyard Bioblitz program, only your observations taken within our region will show up. So as you can see here, only observations within the land between region can be seen on our Backyard Bioblitz project page. So say you have a cottage in the land between, but you live in Oshawa. We can't see your Oshawa observations because it's outside of the range of the project. We'll only be able to see your observations within the project. So these are data points of people who have already done their observations. If you click them, you can see what they were of. So this one was of a map turtle, for example. You can click it and view. And then you'll be able to see more information about the observation that the person made. So you can see here, it looks like the map turtle is over here. The map turtle was seen somewhere in this area. So this person has obscured this data point because map turtles are a species at risk. So we don't want to give away their exact precise location. I'll show you how to do that later. But yeah, so this is the photo that they took and then the identification that they made. So now I'm going to show you how to do that. How do we make these identifications? How do we join the project, etc. So yeah, so this is the land between region. This is the region that we will be taking all the observations from. So now that you've seen the project page, now critically, you need to join the project. If you do not join the project, we will not be able to see your observations. So you just click this little join button here, join, woohoo! And it'll bring you to this page. So these are the curators. All of them are members of our team. I'm Fallon Loves Plants. Yeah, so here you can select to receive updates about the project. So trust the project with your coordinates. So you grant them access to your coordinates. It'll let us see unobscured locations. And this is really important for scientists. So you'll click yes for any of my observations. This means that we will be able to, even if you've obscured your location, this means that we'll be able to see the location that you have picked for your observation. So then you click yes, I want to join. And then you will join the project. So after you click yes, I want to join, woohoo! Welcome to the Land Between Bioblitz program. You are now officially in. So this is very exciting. And now whenever you submit an observation, it will be loaded into our program here. So you will be one of these. So these are all the observations that our team has made so far. And your observations will also be included here once you have submitted. As you can see, this is super fun. These all have been seen in the Land Between region. Maybe some of them have been seen very close to you. We have a lot of fungi here, which is fun. We're all very excited to see what you guys will all see. Look at this Luna moth, amazing. So this could be you. These could be your pictures too. They will be. So now I'm going to show you how to submit your observations. So typically your observations will be submitted through the app on your phone because that's just the easiest way to do it. So now I'm going to show you how to do it there. Okay, so now I'm going to go over how we download and use the Inaturalist app. It's very similar to the platform, but most of you will be using the app when you're out in the field making your observations on your cell phone. It's just the easiest thing to do. So you'll go to the App Store, you'll type in Inaturalist, and then you'll download it. You will open it up and it'll bring you to this page, and then you'll have to log in using the same login information that you just made. Okay, cool. So we're logging in here. So as you can see the same information you could see on the desktop platform. So if you click into projects now, you will see the Backyard Bioblitz project because you have already joined it. And if you click again and you go into it, you'll be able to see all the observations that everybody in the project has made, which is really cool. And it'll be awesome once you can see your own observations there too. So you can click explore on the app and you can see people's observations from anywhere in the world or just right around you. So if you're ever curious, you can do that. And then, so what do we really want to do? We want to make observations. So you go up here, you can just click this little arrow that's up here or explore around your profile. And right down here, you'll see the little make observation plus sign. So we click that. We have different options here. So no media, if you don't have a picture. If you can't take a picture of something, it's not very useful to use Inaturalist because nobody can really confirm what it is. That is, unless you have recorded a sound and it's a bird call or a frog croaking, for example. So if you can take a picture, that's great. If it's more of like an auditory capture, then recording the sound is good. So you can take a photo, you can choose an image. So say you went out into the field and you've already taken a picture of the species that you're interested in or you want to identify, you can come home and upload it later. Say you didn't have data or Wi-Fi when you're out exploring and you just want to take the pictures and then upload them later, you can do that. But for the purposes of this video, I will be taking a photo. So let's take a photo here. You will have to allow access to your camera and your microphone. Your phone will ask for permission, so just allow the permissions to happen. And then I will be taking a picture of my cute little penguin pot and cactus here and submitting it. So you just click the capture a photo button. So then it will take a picture. All right, so you'll want to be taking multiple photos here or choosing an image. So I took a photo, but now I'm going to choose an image that I already had on my phone just to show you that there's multiple options here. So I'll do it again. Let's take another photo this time. All right, so I have 3 different photos on. By taking extra photos, it just makes the probability of getting a correct identification greater, because once you do submit your species, your photos, other people will be able to look at it and will help you to correctly identify the organism. So next we will click this "What did you see? View suggestions" button. So the AI of the program will be able to give you suggestions of what it is. Remember, it might not always be correct. So if you do know what the organism is, you can just type in the name right away. If not, the iNaturalist will help you. So I know what this is. It is a lace aloe. So iNaturalist did indeed identify it correctly. So we're going to click the check mark and now it is there. Next, in this notes section, you can write any notes about the observation that will make it interesting. So when you have gone through our Backyard Bioblitz page on the Land Between website, after you have spun the spinner, you will be able to go into the different sections for different species on our website. And there will be data sheets for you to download. And in those data sheets, we'll give you suggested observations. Say, for example, with a plant, we'll want to know what habitat it was in. So this will be found on, dry land, for example. But if it was a turtle, we would want to know perhaps what time of day it is. Is it sunny? So you could say it's like a sunny day, where it was found, etc. So any interesting information that people would want to know, you can add there. If you click this plus sign at any time, it'll close your observation. So don't click it until you're completely done. It'll automatically add the date, and you can change the time around, or the time, like say you go home and it's really not 8 p.m. It's not for me. You can go and you can click the time and change it. And you can change the location. So right now the location is saying it's Bancroft, so that's good. And next one is important. Also with the location, you can change it. So say you are not in Bancroft anymore, or you're uploading it from your home in the city, you can change this. So don't worry about the automatic location might not be right, but you can always move it later. So next here is the visibility. So there's 3 different options here: open, obscured, and private. If you select private, the like random people, like anybody searching, other scientists outside of our organization, will not be able to see your location data, but those people that are on the team of curators, so myself and my other team members, will still be able to see the data, but nobody else will. If you click obscured, it'll put like a location kind of box around your location, so people don't know exactly where you've recorded it from, but they know like the general area. So it's like several kilometers they'll have there, or so that they don't know exactly where your location is. And open will show you exactly where your location is. So For location visibility obscured, if you find a species at risk or a turtle, like a turtle, for example, you don't want to put open on your visibility, because then other people can know exactly where that turtle is. And there are issues with poaching of certain species at risk. So we strongly suggest, please, if you know that you have recorded a species at risk, always choose to obscure the location visibility. That way, people that are outside our team will not be able to see the location at all. And by doing so, we help to protect the species at risk. So just keep that in mind when you are doing your observations. Next is it captive or cultivated? For me, it is, because it's in a pot, but you will be outside probably in the wild. So if you are there, then you would not check this button. But if it's in a garden, for example, like somebody planted it, then you would say captive or cultivated. And then add to projects here. You can click the Backyard Bioblitz program if you like, but you don't have to. It will automatically do this for you. If the observation is within the project area, it will automatically upload your observation there. Okay, so now you are done. All of the information for the organism is in. Amazing. We click the check mark button and now it will upload. So after your images have been uploaded to the server, this is when other individuals, including the Land Between team, will be able to see your observation. So in order for your observation to be research grade, so to be able to be included in other studies, you need to have at least 2 observations that are the same, that have identified it. 2 identifications that are the same. So when you click on anybody's information, anybody's observation, it'll look like this. And if you click this little comment tab here, you can see if there's been anybody else who has said anything about your observation. So here we see it's just us. Nobody else has made any comments on it, but let's check other people in our project. So we're going to go back to the projects tab, to the Land Between tab here. And let's see one of them. We'll go with the Isabella tiger moth. So this is an observation from somebody within our team. You can see where it was located. We can see that it's research grade. So because it's research grade, that means that somebody else has agreed to the observation. So we can see here that 3 different people have looked at the photo and they've all identified it as an Isabella tiger moth. So it has now been successfully identified as an Isabella tiger moth, and it can be used in research studies. So that's it. There you go. You'll get a hang of it. Once, the more you use iNaturalist, the more familiar that you will get. Also, it's really amazing because all your observations will be on this one page. So our team will also be able to look at everything that you're seeing, and we can help you identify it. So that is it. That is all the information that you'll need to be able to go out and contribute to our Backyard Bioblitz team. So thank you so much for your interest, and we're looking so forward to seeing everyone's amazing observations. If you have any questions about iNaturalist, or if you're having any issues, feel free to email us at info@thelandbetween.ca, and we'll be able to answer any questions that you may have. So thanks so much again, and we look forward to seeing your pictures here. Have a lovely day. Bye-bye.